Leading off for the Golden Eagles, third baseman, number 4, Garrett D'Amico, lays down a bunt. Fielded by the first baseman, no one covering, and he's going to beat it out for an infield single. First pitch. You got a runner on first. If you missed the first game, it was a wild one. It was a 14-13 Knights win in 12 innings. It went the better part of 4.5, almost 5 hours. Shortstop Jake Madsen steps up to the plate for Feather River. Dylan Foster on the hill for the Knights. The lefty delivers for a strike. Foster, 6'5", 250-pounder from Napa High School. And yes, he does have the Kenny Powers look with the mullet. Throws over to first. First baseman John, keeping D'Amico honest. Another bunt up the first baseline. Boots. I think he was going to be safe anyway. We'll call that a hit. 2 batters, 2 bunts, 2 base runners. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Foster with a record of 2-2 and a save in 6 appearances, 3 starts. He's gone 18 2/3 innings so far with a 4.82 ERA. Batting third for Feather Rivers, second baseman Jerry Thomas, the runner in scoring position, nobody out. He squares again to bunt. Pulls back. It's called a ball. 1-0 the count. Ethan Williams behind the plate, handling Foster today. First baseman on the grass. Foster comes set. Fastball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us for the second game, the 7-inning game of the doubleheader. Knights baseball on Shasta County Sports, sponsored by Shasta Orthopaedics, proud sponsor of SCS. Foster delivers. It's a bunt up the third baseline. 1 play over to first. Second baseman covering. That's Davies. We get the out. Sacrifice. 5-4 on the put out. Moves both runners over to the scoring position. You got D'Amico at third, Madsen at second with 1 out. The cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Jordan Brandenborg. (0-0) here in the top of the first after a wild first game. Saw 26 runs over 12 innings. Foster delivers, drive into right field. Mizuda's back, drifting back, catches it over the shoulder. Run's going to come in. D'Amico crosses the plate. Madsen moves to third, and Brandenburg does his job. Sacrifice fly RBI, plates the first run for the Golden Eagles. And with 2 outs and a runner on third, first baseman Dominic Folks steps at the plate. Foster now on the windup, the runner at third. Lefty looking for the sign. Fastball in the dirt, gets past Williams, play at the plate, and he's safe. Madsen comes in. Wild pitch. And just like that, we may be in for a repeat. It's 2-0 Feather River. Seems the Feather River strategy is to make Foster come off the hill and field his position. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch is high, 2-0. Hitters count for Folks. Outfield playing straight up. Middle infielders at the grass. Folks check swing. Pitch was inside. It's 3-0. Foster delivers a 4-pitch walk. That brings up left fielder number 15, Ryan Bolf. Bolf batting .200 before today's first game. Foster in the stretch. Fastball high. 1-0 to Bolf. Golden Eagles already with 2 runs here in the top of the first. Foster delivers. Bolf swings through the pitch. Count moves to 1-1. Folks takes his lead off first, being held on. Nice fastball on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bolf. 2 outs, 2 runs in already. Foster with his left arm dangling, peers in for the sign. Steps off the rubber, and we're going to reset. Payoff pitch coming. Count 1-2, 2 outs. Dominic Folks on first. Comes in with a fastball just off the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2. Runner goes. Pick off. John's down to short. And we get him. 3-6 on the put out. Bolf will be the first batter when we come up in the top of the second. Feather River gets 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 walks, nobody left. At the end of 1/2 inning, it is Feather River 2, Shasta College coming to bat. On the hill for the Golden Eagles, Casey Burfield is 2-0 with a 1.96 ERA in 4 appearances, 18 and a third innings pitched, giving up 14 hits, and opponents are batting .209 against him. And he'll be facing Jaden Gorge, shortstop, be leading it off for the Knights in the bottom of the first. And what was a kind of a blistering sunny afternoon has given way to a nice spring-like afternoon as the clouds have rolled in. Gentle breeze blowing the American flag out in left center field. Good afternoon to watch some baseball. So we're glad you're with us. Shasta County Sports, Aaron Williams here. Tonight's baseball sponsored by Shasta Orthopaedics and Reading Rancheria. And trailing 2-0. Knights come. Gorge swings through the first pitch. Burfield, big, long, lanky right-hander. Sets, delivers. Just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gorge, inside-out swing out to right field. Wyatt Larinaga there for the put-out. 1 up and 1 down. Next up for the Knights, second baseman number 2, A.J. Davies. center fielder. Woody takes the first pitch for a ball. Second pitch, same as the first, 2-0. Mason batting .295. Duxie inside pitch, 3-0. Right down the pipe, we're at 3-1, 2 outs. Knights looking for their first base runner of the night. Bottom of the first, trailing 2-0. Wood draws the walk. That'll bring up right fielder Keanu Mizuta. Mizuta batting .340 on the season. Knights come into second game of this doubleheader, 7-8 overall. Feather River 9-6. Burfield's pitch gets away from the catcher. Wood scampers down to second base. So with 2 outs, the Knights have a runner in scoring position. Wild pitch on the play. Outfield playing straight up for Mizuta. Curveball just high. 2-0. Mizuta punished the ball in the first game of the doubleheader. Hit a couple of really hard balls, including a ground rule double to right center. Laces this one down the line. It's fair. Mizuta looking for 2. Wood's going to come in and score. Mizuta with a stand-up double as the ball comes back into the infield. Keanu Mizuta with a RBI double. And the Knights are on the board, trailing 2-1 as designated hitter Derek Ray steps to the plate. West Valley kid. Ray batting .225 with 7 hits, or excuse me, 9 hits, 7 runs. Burfield's pitch inside. Tailing fastball. Mizuta takes his lead at second. Burfield in the stretch. Signs. Upset. Same spot as the last time, only this one it's called the strike. Same tail, too. So 2 Dominic Folks was caught in a rundown, picked off first. Feather River up 2-1 here, top of the second. Foster delivers, fastball low. The fifth pitch Bolt has seen so far. Foster can't handle it, and again, like I said, the safety squeeze brings in a run, a third run for the Golden Eagles. And D'Amico is 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 bunt singles, two hits that probably went a total of 45 feet. That brings up Jake Madsen, who also bunt singled. Larinaga moves to third on the hit. 3-1 Feather River. Foster. Backdoor slider down low. Inside portion of the plate. Even count of 1 apiece. Madsen. Right-hander twirls the bat, settles in. Foster gives his signal. Runners on first and third. Runner goes, falls in the dirt. Williams can't do anything with that, so it's a free 90. Catcher's indifference on that. Foster deals right down the middle. Hard hit ball to left field. It's going to get past Wood all the way to the fence. Madsen legs out a triple as the throw comes in late. 2-run score on the play. And the Knights trail 4-1, 5-1. And that brings up Jerry Thomas. Takes a pitch high. 0-1's the count. Foster gets his sign. Deals. Curveball hits him. Hits Thomas, so he gets the free pass. That brings up designated hitter Jordan Brandenborg. The sacrifice RBI. Last time at bat, flew out to the right fielder. Feather River with 3 runs in the inning already, 2 outs. Jake Madsen doing the damage. 2 out, 2 RBI triple. Brandenborg pops it up. Mizuta coming in from the right field position, makes the catch, and that's the end of the inning. But Golden Eagles get 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 left. At the end of 1.5, score Feather River 5, Shasta 1.
First baseman, number 41, Andrew John.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Knights, first baseman Andrew John. Knights in a 5-1 hole, but they were in a 7-0 hole early in the first game of the doubleheader. John swings first pitch. Blooper into center. Center fielder coming in, can't make the play. Anderson made a diving attempt at it, but it falls in for a hit.
Left fielder, number 19, Hayden Hill.
Hayden Hill up to bat, left fielder, scored the winning run in the last game. Runner on first, John takes his lead. Burfield delivers. Low and inside, ball one. Inside, 2-0. John with about a 3-step lead over at first. Doesn't look like he's any threat to run. Burfield in the stretch. He sets and delivers. Ground ball to second. Double play possibility. There's one. And Hill beats it out. Safe on the fielder's choice. John's erased on the put out at second. Third baseman Peyton Jeffries now comes up with Hill on first base. Burfield inside. Jeffries has to spin out of the way. Burfield at the belt. Comes in. Another ground ball to second. Second baseman eats him up. He gets the one at first and throws the ball into the dugout, and Jeffries will be awarded second base. So two fielders' choices and a throwing error. Peyton Jeffries now at second base with 2 outs. Knights trailing 5-1 in the bottom of the second.
Your catcher, number 16, Ethan Williams.
Ethan Williams now at the plate, the catcher, batting in the 9 hole. Chance to cut the lead here for the Knights. Center fielder shading right field. Burfield delivers. Chopper in the back of the mound. Burfield feels it. Throws wide. Ball squirts away. Jeffries is going to come in. And Williams down to second. Call that E1 on the throw. But the Knights get a run.
Shortstop, number 12,
Trim the lead to 5-2. Jeffries comes in and brings up Jaden Gord. Gord's the leadoff batter. Flew out to right field in his first at bat. Burfield sets. Curveball inside. Gord turns out of the way of it. The 1-0. Gorge was on top of that. He smoked that tomahawk that down the left field line. Foul ball, 1-1. Just a loud strike. Burfield at the belt. Delivers high. 2-1. Burfield checking out Williams at second base. Curveball in there for a strike. Evens the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Grounder down third. Third baseman comes up with it, fires across the diamond, gets gorged for the 3rd out, but the Knights get a run on 1 hit, 1 left. At the end of 2 complete, our score is Feather River 5, Shasta 2. You're listening to Knights Baseball on Shasta County Sports, sponsored by Shasta Orthopaedics and Reading Rancheria, proud sponsors of what we do here. Aaron Williams here with TJ Holmes, Tracy Holmes manning our camera. TJ running around doing technical stuff and taking pictures, and had Mike Daly, our chief photographer, out here earlier doing what Mike does. And so, you know, the whole Shasta County sports team has been here today. We witnessed a thrilling 14-13 Knights win in 12 innings in the opener of this doubleheader. We're in the nightcap here, heading to the 3rd, where first baseman Dominic Folks will lead off. Dylan Foster starting his 3rd inning of work. Ethan Williams can be out here in a second as he's getting his gear on. He was stranded on second base on the final putout, so Foster with the warm-up catcher going on. You know, if you're a Knights fan too, you've got to take heart. They were down 7-0 in the opening game, came back, and we went all the way to 12 innings before the Knights were able to push across a couple with the international tiebreaker. Hayden Hill scoring the winning run. Dominic Folks leading off the top of the 3rd. Folks batting .381 for the Golden Eagles. Folks, Bulf, and Gray due up for Feather River here in the top of the 3rd. Foster's first pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Foster in the windup, delivers. Strike on the inside corner. Evens count of 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Blooped up the middle. Seeing eye single in between the second baseman and shortstop. Folks is on for the 2nd time today. That brings up left fielder Ryan Bolf. Struck out his first at bat. Folks with a short lead. Foster in the stretch. Bolf squares the bunt and takes one on the thigh. Second hit by pitch of the afternoon for Foster. That puts runners on 1st and 3rd and prompts a visit to the mound from Shasta coach Brad Rupert. And that's something we saw in the first game from both pitchers, was kind of a lack of control. I think there was probably 7 or 8 hit by pitch. And I know Rupe's probably up there saying, man, you got to come into it and you got to deal. You can't give them free 90s. It's in a game like this, especially after getting beat in the opener, Feather River's going to want to jump on any opportunity that they get from the Knights. Rupert's done. And walking back to the dugout. Williams takes his spot behind the plate. His catching counterpart, Ryan Gray, at bat. Walked the first time up in the 2nd inning. Got a chance here to do some damage with 2 on and nobody out for the Golden Eagles. And after a little chat, Foster delivers high, ball one. John's playing in front of the runner at first. Shortstop keeping the runner at second close. Gray squares, pulls back as the pitch is coming inside. 2-0. I definitely don't think that Rupert told him to go 2-0 on the batter after he went out to the mound to visit, but that's where we are. Foster at the belt. Delivers. Gray again squares. Takes inside. 3-0. Foster's got himself in a heap of trouble here if he walks Gray. Knight's down 3 already. You don't want to keep on adding to that deficit. Ball's high, 4-pitch walk to load the bases. Rupert doesn't waste any time, and he's coming out and make a pitching change. Foster largely ineffective. Starts to walk off the mound. Rupert's kind of like, you get away from me, dog. In a pitch for the Knights be Brady Munson, a 6-foot right-hander out of Eureka, California. Can't close the book yet on Foster, as he's got 3 runners on base. But when he exited, he'd already given up 5. Potential to give up 3 more.
Number 3, Brady Munson.
Munson, a lanky right-hander. Got the long hair. Pitching change brought to you by Reading Rancheria. We'll step aside for a second. You're listening to Shasta College Baseball on Shasta County Sports. And so Munson comes in a pickle. Bases loaded, nobody outs. Folks at third, both at second, Gray at first after getting the 4-pitch free pass. Corners are in. Middle infield playing double play depth. Munson's first pitch is a ball. Williams did a good job sliding over and smothering that. Munson at the belt. Delivers high. 2-0. And that's not something you want to see out of your reliever coming out. You got to throw strikes here in this game, and Root probably said, hey, let him hit it and let your defense work for you. Giving up freebies is never good. The 2-0, high, 3-0. Larinaga at bat, and pretty sure he's got the take sign. The reliever comes in and throws 3 straight balls. You better be looking at one. That's ball 4, and that walks a run in. RBI on the walk. That plate's Folks. Wolf goes to third, Gray goes to second, Larinaga at first. Center fielder Kevin Anderson now the batter. Still nobody out. 6-2 Feather River lead. That's a strike. And all the excitement, all the energy that was over in the Knights dugout following that 14-13 12-inning win is gone. They're kind of flat right now. That'll happen when your pitcher's not throwing strikes. Munson, ball hit to second, smothered over at second by Davies, but the run comes in. That was going to score the run anyway. Anderson with the RBI single. 7-2 now. Bases still loaded. Nobody out for the top of the lineup. Garrett D'Amico. 2 for 2 so far with two infield hits, kind of bunts. Munson delivers a strike. D'Amico doesn't like his bat, so he's going to trade with Jake Madsen on deck. We'll see if the bat he gets has the magic in it. Although they're inspecting it over there, tapping on the ground, it might feel loose. D'Amico looks at the 0-1 pitch. Curveball high. 1-1. Sun peeking through the afternoon clouds here at Shasta College. Munson's delivery is high, 2-1. And you can see it collectively from the Knights in the outfield. They're flat-footed, and they are not pumped up. Conversely, the Feather River dugout is full of chatter. I'm sure you can hear it. Munson delivers strike. It's fouled off. Evens the count at 2-2. D'Amico steps out, adjusts his batting gloves, steps back in. Slightly open stance. Munson twirling the ball in his right arm. Comes to the belt. Curveball. Strike 3. Got D'Amico looking. He froze him, and D'Amico knew it, and that's first out of the inning. That brings up Jake Madsen, who tripled his last time up. Sent a ball to the 374 sign in left center and hustled out the 3-bagger. Before that, his first at bat, he bunted for a single. 1 out, bases still loaded. Ball low and outside. Catcher Ryan Gray at third. Wyatt Larinaga at second. Kevin Anderson at first. Got speed at first and second in case Madsen's able to put one in a gap again. Likely to score 3. Upper part of the strike zone. Home plate umpire calls that a strike. Evens count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-2 here in the top of the third. Home team trailing by 5. Munson's pitch inside, 2-1. Munson comes to the belt. Just low. 3-1 to Madsen. Shortstop looking to break things open. Already with a 2 RBI triple in the game. 3-1. Ball 4, walks in his second run of the inning. That brings up Jerry Thomas, second baseman. Ethan Williams, the catcher, heads out to the mound to talk to Munson. Tells him to settle down. All right, let's just throw strikes and let our defense work for us. Thomas 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out and been hit by a pitch. First baseman John playing on the edge of the grass. Middle infield double play depth. Munson delivers a strike on the inside half of the plate. The 0-1 offering. Ground ball up the middle, double play ball. Second, first. Just like that, the Knights get out of the jam, but 3 runs come across on 2 hits, 2 left. At the end of 2.5, our score, Feather River 8, Shasta 2.
3 runs on 2 hits. Gold Eagles 8, Knights 2. Second baseman, number 2, A.J. Davies.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Knights, A.J. Davies hits the first pitch up the middle. Shortstop comes in, sidearm throw, and gets him. Gets him by a step. And that brings up Mason Wood. Woody walked his first time at bat. You know, and if you're Burfield, you got to love that your offense gives you 3 more and then 1 pitch and 1 out. Wood squares, looks at it, pulls back for a ball. Next offering, sliced foul down the third baseline. Even the count at 1 apiece. Wood looks at a curveball outside. 2-1. Wood batting .295 on the season. Swings over the top of that one. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Wood, a Foothill product, steps in at 2-2. Swings, misses. Catcher drops the ball. And the throw down gets him. 2-3 on the put out. Heads up though, they tell you that's what you're supposed to do. As soon as you see that ball go, get down the line. Almost beat it out. And that brings up Keanu Mizuta. It's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Single down the left field line, his first time at bat. Looks at a curve for a strike. Burfield delivers. Mizuta starts to pull the trigger and holds. Ball's low. 1-1, 2 outs here. Knights trail by 6. Bottom of the third. Mizuta again holds up. Count moves to 2-1. Mizuta tomahawks the ball. Second baseman can't handle it. Error on the play. 2 out and 1 on. Derek Ray steps to the plate. Designated hitter, struck out looking last time. Ray batting .225 on the season. 2 doubles and a triple. And he wears one. And with 2 outs, the Knights are in business. Be up to Andrew John, first baseman.
Number 41, Andrew John.
John batting .429 in limited appearances. Fouls one straight back into the net. Behind 0-1. John's with 3 hits and 7 at-bats prior to the first game today. Steps in the first baseman with a slightly open stance. Burfield delivers. Curveball low. A little bit of wind kicking up here in the afternoon. Nice breeze to cool the day down. Glad you're joining us here, Shasta County Sports. Doing Shasta Knights baseball, sponsored by Shasta Orthopaedics. The Shasta trifecta. John swings through that. Counts 1 and 2. Knights trailing by 6 here in the bottom of the third. Second game of the doubleheader will be a 7-inning affair, provided we get it in with the fading light here. Curveball freezes John. He's down, and so are the Knights. No runs, no hits. 2 left on. At the end of 3 complete, our score 8-2. Shasta College baseball on Shasta County Sports is sponsored by our friends at Reading Rancheria, as well as Shasta Orthopaedics, making all of this possible. Aaron Williams here with TJ Holmes and Tracy Holmes, manning the camera and the scoreboard, shooting some photos. Those will no doubt be up on Shasta County Sports here later on tonight, early tomorrow. Available for your purchase. We appreciate you joining us. We know it's a lot of stuff going on in the sporting world. Trust me, we're at games seemingly every day, and happy to bring this to you. After a 4-game season of football, we're looking at expanding our broadcast opportunities, and this is part of it. We've done some softball. We're going to do, I think, 1 more game of each here this season, and figure out where we're going to go from there. Heading into next season, definitely plan on all 10 Shasta football games. We ran into an issue on 1 road game where we couldn't broadcast, but if we are able, we will bring you all 10 Shasta College football games next year. I'm looking forward to it. And TJ Holmes over here to my right pipes in, hopefully 11th. That means the Knights get to a bowl game or a playoff game exactly. So Brady Munson still on the mound for the Knights to start off the fourth. Leading off the top of the fourth for Feather Rivers, designated hitter Jordan Brandenborg. Brandenborg put the ball in play both times to right fielder Keanu Mizuto. One time it was a sacrifice fly, and the second time, fly out to end the inning. First pitch is the ball. Second pitch, he swings through for a strike. That evens the count at 1 apiece. Feather River up 8-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. Brandenborg fouls the ball, catches a big chunk of Ethan Williams. Home plate umpire walks out, flips Munson the ball, gives Williams a little bit of time to get his bearings. Anybody who's ever spent any time behind the plate knows that whether it's an off-speed pitch or a fastball, those ding you up a little bit. So the 1-2, ground ball to short, takes a wicked hop, eats Jaden Gorge up, and Brandenborg reaches on the air. That brings up Dominic Folks, his third at bat already here in 4 innings. He has walked and singled, scored a run. Brandenborg at first. Andrew John's going to hold him on. Munson in the stretch. Sets and delivers. Strike 1. Brandenborg doesn't look like he's a threat to steal. He's got a 3-step lead right now. See how much he stretches it out. Short. It's a decent lead. Fly ball to center. Mason Woods got a beat on that. And he does, brings it in, and Brandenborg retreats to first base, and 1 out. And that brings up left fielder Ryan Bolf. Bolf's 0 for 1, struck out in the second inning, hit by a pitch last inning. 1 out, 1 on for the Golden Eagles. Munson's first pitch. Just outside. Williams tried to frame that. Umpire wasn't buying it. The 1-0 offering on its way. Brandenborg runs. And correct me, I said he wasn't much of a threat to go. Swipes the base pretty easily. I don't think Munson was really holding him on. Or I don't know if Munson was really paying attention much to him, but to his detriment. Now Golden Eagles with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Both with a 2-0 count. Rupert looking at the home plate umpire saying, did he get out of the way enough for my catcher? That falls on deaf ears. Munson in a 2-0 hole. Comes to the belt. Low, ball 3. Feather River looking to score in its 4th straight inning. 3-0 offering is a strike right down Broadway. 3-1. Golden Eagles pushed across 2 in the first inning, and then 3 apiece in the second and third inning. They've got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Left fielder Ryan Bolf facing a 3-1 count. Munson. Foul ball. That runs the count full. Ball squirted all the way through Williams' leg, and Brandenborg down at second's like, cool, I've got a free 90, and Umpire forces him back there. Bolf sitting in his stance. The payoff pitch. We'll have to wait. Munson spins. Throws down to second for Davies covering, but he's a little late. Brandenburg slides back in safe. And we'll reset it. The payoff pitch to Bolf. High. Munson was paying way too much attention to Brandenburg, who was dancing around there, and never really got on top of that pitch. And so Bolf gets his free pass. And that brings up catcher Ryan Gray. Golden Eagles with 2 runners on, 1 out. Up 8-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Munson delivers a first pitch strike to Gray. Beautiful afternoon for baseball. We saw a lot of it. First game started at noon, didn't get over until after 5 o'clock. Second one, we're here in the top of the 4th inning. Munson's pitch low and outside, evens the count at 1 apiece. Gray steps in the box. Munson gets his sign. Comes set. Outside. 2-1. Gray's just waiting for him to come into him. Munson spins. Shortstop Gorge covering this time. Brandenburg's back in time. 2-1's the count. Ryan Gray at bat. Andrew John playing behind the runner at first. Beautiful piece of hitting by Gray. Hit behind the runners. We get the out at second base as Ryan Bolf takes 2 wide of a turn. Kiana Mizuta throws him out. But the Golden Eagles played another run on the RBI single by Ryan Gray. So with 2 outs, Wyatt Laranaga steps up. 2 previous plate appearances, he's walked both times, scored a run. Gray back safely. Munson keeps him close. 9-2 our score here. First pitch strike to Laranaga. You know, it's funny, if you've been around long enough, you see these kids come through. I remember Wyatt playing Little League All-Stars against one of my sons way back in the day, and now seeing him in junior college as the second offering is a little high. As a sports fan, as a broadcaster and sports writer, it's fun to see these guys as they grow up through youth into high school and beyond. 1-1's high, 2-1. Laranaga, as well as Dylan Cabral on the Golden Eagles. Cabral, actually, I coached in Little League. He was the pitcher, one of the pitchers in the first game for Feather River. Runner goes, throw down to second. Safe. 1 hop to second baseman, and Gray steals the bag. Moves into scoring position with 2 outs. That was a strike, however. It's 2-2 now. 2 out. Munson 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam with just 1 run plated. Jam shot down the left field line. Amazing play by Jaden Gorge with an over-the-shoulder running away. Happy birthday, Willie Mays. It's his 90th birthday, and that was a Mays-esque over-the-shoulder running away grab to end the inning. Feather River, however, gets 1 run on no hits, leaves 1 left. At the end of 3.5, our score is 9-2. You're listening to Shasta College Baseball on Shasta County Sports, sponsored by our good friends at Shasta Orthopaedics and Reading Rancheria. Aaron Williams here on the call with our Shasta County Sports, three-fourths of our Shasta County Sports team. TJ Holmes on the camera, Tracy Holmes on the scoreboard. Second game of a doubleheader. First game went 12. This one's scheduled for 7. And the way it's going, looks like we might get in 7. The light is fading. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Knights will be Hayden Hill. Left field.
Left fielder, number 19, Hayden Hill.
Hill reached on a fielder's choice his last time at bat, and with another one of those kids. I'm honestly not trying to toot my horn, but Hayden played for me when I was a junior varsity coach at Central Valley. Scored the winning run earlier today. Takes low, ball 1. I guess that's just a testament. If you've been around here long enough, you see these kids come through, and it's fun to see. Hill takes inside, ball 2. Burfield working quick, delivers a strike. Counts 2-1 to Hill. Outside 3-1. TJ looks over at me and says, Burfield must have realized that there's no light, so he better start working quick. And with the cloud cover we've got off in the west, it's a little dark, but not too dark yet. That strike moves the count full to Hill. Here's the payoff pitch. Foul ball. And Burfield is, I mean, it is a speedy pace at which he's working. He gets the ball and he's stepping up there, and as soon as the umpire signals him in, he is in his windup, and here's the payoff pitch. Hill fouls that one out. Second foul ball. Hill looks down to Cody McCary in third, steps in the box. Burfield's ready to go. Ball 4. Hill reaches for the second time today. That brings up third baseman Peyton Jeffries. Jeffries' first pitch swinging, fouls it out of play over the Feather River dugout. Those dugouts there, you gotta keep your head on a swivel there. We got the chest high fence, and definitely an ugly finder potential there. Beautiful curveball, falls in for a strike. Jeffries is behind 0-2. Down the third baseline in the first game, taking some photos. Curveball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a foul ball came screaming past me. And those are the things that you don't even have time to. You just wave at it. It's going by and hope it doesn't hit you. A 1-2 pitch, fouled. Count remains 1-2. Jeffries pops it up into center. Easy play for Anderson. Hill retreats to first base. Now brings up catcher Ethan Williams. He reached in his first at-bat in the second inning on an error by the pitcher. Hill at first. Williams takes inside. Williams batting .263 on the season. 5 hits in 19 at-bats. Swings over the top of that one, strike one. Burfield a little bit more deliberate here in the stretch. Williams fouls it off. Excuse me, allergies. There's a dusting of pollen over our table here. One ball, 2 strikes. Burfield delivers high, 2-2. Hayden Hill at first base. Folks holding him on. Williams wears one. Curve that got away from him. Hill moves down to second. That flips the lineup over, brings up shortstop Jaden Gorge. Gorge started today on an 11-game hitting streak. It's got a chance to chip away at the lead. Takes first pitch low and inside on the shoe tops. Hill at first, or Hill at second, Williams at first. Burfield delivers. Ground ball into the 5.5 hole. Hill is going to stop at third. Both comes up firing. And the bases are loaded for the Knights with 1 out. After the walk hit by pitch and single by Gorge, A.J. Davies steps to the plate. 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out to short. So that would mean, if you're a baseball superstition guy, that he's due. First pitch, fastball in for a strike. Burfield again in the windup where he looks a little more comfortable. Taking his time, though, with the signs. Correction, in the windup, or in the stretch, excuse me. Comes in with a curveball that misses inside. 1-1. Hill, Williams, and Gorge. Third, second, and first for the Knights. Fastball. Davies a little late on it. Fouls it off to the right side. It's in a 1-2 hole here. Looking to put something to the outfield and maybe score a pair. Burfield's 1-2. Curveball upstairs. Evens the count at 2 and 2. To number 2. 2-2 pitch. Fastball popped up near the Feather River dugout. It might be in play. It's caught in foul territory. The catcher who had gone to help out was not covering. Hayden Hill with a heads-up play comes home. The throw to home skips into the Knights dugout, and Williams comes in to score. So on a sacrifice pop out by Davies, The Knights get 2 runs. Gorge goes all the way to third. And that brings up Mason Wood, center fielder. 0 for 1 on the day. A walk and a strikeout. Knights trailing 9-4 with 2 outs. Wood slices one down the left field line. It's going to plate Davies, or Gorge, excuse me. Woods takes a wide turn, holds on for an RBI single. Shasta's put 3 on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. That brings up Keanu Mizuta. Reached on an air. Had an RBI single in the 1st. Takes a strike. Wood with a short lead on 1st. Burfield's curve misses outside. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Shasta trailing 9-5. Mizuta looks at a strike. Knights with 3 in the inning already. On 2 hits. Ball in the dirt. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mizuta. Outfield straight up except for the left fielder who's playing the line. Mizuta, excuse me, swing, fouls the ball down to Cody McCary who bobbles it. Gotta have that, McCary. Come on. And we'll reset it 2-2. Burfield comes. Ball's low. Squirts away from the catcher. Woods heads down to second. Now with the 2-out base hit on a full count, Mizuta can add a 4th run here for the Knights in the frame. Ground ball to first. Beautiful pick by the first baseman. Covers the bag, and that ends our inning. But the Knights get 3 on 2 hits. 1 left at the end of 4 complete. Our score is Feather River 9, Shasta 5.
Designated hitter, number 10, Derek Ray.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Knights. Designated hitter Derek Ray. Struck out in his first at bat. Was hit by a pitch in his second. Burfield back out for his 5th inning of work. Ray fouls the first pitch off of his foot. That feels no bueno. Ray taking a minute to collect his thoughts. You know, TJ, I have to put fouling a pitch off your foot right up there with stepping on a Lego as things that I don't want to do. Ray having to run down third base line to kind of shake the pain off. Gray and Burfield went out and talked to each other while Ray was collecting himself, asking about dinner plans, I'm certain. Got to get something to eat before you drive back up to Quincy. 0-1 to Ray. Fouls the second pitch off. Not off his foot this time. And he's quickly in an 0-2 hole. Thankfully, we're in a 7-inning game here at the back half of the doubleheader. Ray swings through that and misses. Strikeout. Brings up Andrew John, who is 0 for 2. Excuse me, 1 for 2. Single in the second, erased on a fielder's choice. Struck out looking in the third. First pitch low. John pokes that ball. Center fielder retreating over his head. Makes a great over-the-shoulder catch. Again, a Willie Mays-esque catch to the deepest part of the ballpark. And quickly, the Knights with 2 outs in the inning.
Pinch hitter, number 26, Shane Taylor.
Shane Taylor pinch hitting for Hayden Hill here in the 7th spot. First pitch swinging, ground ball to short. Easy hop. The throw and the out. And Burfield, for the first time tonight, sets the Knights down in order. 1, 2, 3. At the end of 5 innings, our score, Feather River 12, Shasta 5. You're listening to Shasta College Baseball on Shasta County Sports, sponsored by the Reading Rancheria and our friends at Shasta Orthopaedics. Hayden Hill will re-enter the game out in left field. Fox back on the hill for his second inning of work. As I was saying, we're lucky we're 7 innings here in the second half of this doubleheader. The first game went entirely way too long, and we're going to be chasing daylight here at the end of this one after 7.
Playing third base, number 25, CJ Wick.
These changes for the Knights, playing third base, number 25, CJ Wick. And leading off the top of the 6th for the Golden Eagles, catcher Ryan Gray. Takes a ball, looked like a strike to me, but I'm not the umpire who gets a bunch of grief from the Knights dugout. That looked pretty good. 1-0. Fox comes with a strike this time. Count 1-1 to Gray. Fox outside, 2-1. And this weather reminds me, you know, it was 90 degrees when we showed up here today for the first game, and now it's probably upper 70s as Gray hits one to third base, foul. And I tell you, Wick's in at third base, and if you come into the game, ball's going to find you, and it sure found Wick. Thankfully, it was foul, but he booted that one, but that gives Gray another opportunity. Counts 2-2. Fox delivers. Gray skies one to left center field. Mason Wood underneath it. The first out. That is just the second time in 6 innings that the Knights have gotten the leadoff batter. They did so in the second inning. First pitch swinging. Wyatt Larinaga lines one up back up the box for a single. One pitch swinging. That brings up Kevin Anderson, the center fielder. Anderson is 1 for 3. The run scored, an RBI, sacrifice, and a walk. Fox delivers high. 1-0. Larinaga with the decent lead at first. Stretches it out in secondary. Fox comes in with a strike. Even the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch. Anderson swings over the top of it. 1-2. Fox in control here and to the Feather River center fielder. Larinaga on first. Looking a little twitchier than he has in the previous couple pitches. Doesn't go. High cheese. Anderson swings through it, strikes out. 2 down in the inning, and that rolls it over to the top of the lineup. And Garrett D'Amico, who's been a pain in the rear to the Knights, he is 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. 2 bunt singles in the first and second inning, and then a walk in the fifth and score. The only time he's not scored is when he struck out in the third. He takes the first pitch strike. Larinaga on first. Andrew John holding him on. Fox in the stretch. Ball in the dirt. Squirts past Williams. Larinaga is able to take second. Wild pitch moves him down to second. Evens the count at 1-1. And if I'm Feather River, I'm looking at Fox, and I don't know if he's coming all the way set every time. There he did. The 1-1 pitch is outside. 2-1. The flag in left center field blowing straight across the diamond. Fox comes set. 2-1. Pops up. Out of play. Just over the stands down the first base side. Williams gives chase. Ball well out of play. And with 2 out, 1 on. 2 ball, 2 strikes. Fox gets the sign. D'Amico digs in. Ball high. D'Amico runs the count full. 3-2. Fox, the payoff pitch. D'Amico slices one into center field. Wood like he has a bead on it, and he does. Fly out to the center fielder. And for the first time this game, the Golden Eagles do not score in their half. And after 5.5, our score is Feather River 12 and Shasta College 5. Feather River put up 2-3-3-1-3 before hanging the goose egg on this frame. Burfield's back out, and he will start the bottom of the 6th. So we'll step aside for a brief timeout. You're listening to Shasta Knights Baseball on Shasta County Sports, sponsored by our friends at Shasta Orthopaedics and Redding Rancheria. bottom of the 6th for the Knights. C.J. Wick, his first plate appearance of the night, takes the ball. Check swing, that was, safety swing, takes first strike. Wick batting .200 on the season. 1 hit and 5 plate appearances, takes ball 2. Swings through that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Advantage now to the pitchers, I would think, as the clock ticks past 7:30. Wick with a little chopper over the mound. Burfield steps off the back, corrals the ball, throws it over first for the out. 1 away with Ethan Williams coming up to bat. But I was saying it, as the clock hits 7:30, clouds off to the west, the advantage definitely to the pitcher with the light fading. Burfield still dealing gas. Strike 1 to Williams. And again, he is working pretty quick. A 1-strike deal. Strike 2. Painted the outside corner at the knees. The 0-2 pitch. Williams waves at that, fouls it out. Stays alive. Burfield's 0-2 pitch. Curveball gets Williams over the top of it. And there's 2 away as Jaden Gorge comes up. Gorge wastes no time, steps in the box, and Burfield delivers a ball high. I think both teams are kind of starting to realize that they're running out of daylight, and even though the score is 12-5, let's get all 7 in. Curveball just misses. Burfield's hat falls off on the pitch. I think he wanted that strike, as did the dugout. Little frustration pitch there, runs the count to 3-0. Burfield put a little bit of extra cheese on that last one. The 3-0 pitch. Catches the corner, 3-1. Gorge down the third base line. It eats D'Amico up. Squirts into left field.
Second baseman, number 2, A.J. Davies.
A.J. Davies up now. Gorge reaches first on the air. That went right through the 5-hole of D'Amico down at third base. Burfield now in the stretch. Davies swings through the first pitch. Strike 1. Gorge not much of a lead. And Davies waves at the second pitch, and then an 0-2 hole. And I wouldn't expect Gorge to do anything. You're down 7. With 2 outs, you need base runners, not heroes. Swings and misses, gets away from Gray. Gray throws down to first base, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left. At the end of 6 complete, our score, Feather River 12, Shasta 5. You're listening to Knights Baseball on Shasta County Sports. We will be right back. Welcome back to Shasta College Baseball and Shasta County Sports. Brought to you by Shasta Orthopaedics and Reading Rancheria. Aaron Williams here as we enter the top of the 7th. Feather River up 12-5 on your hometown Knights. Shortstop Jake Madsen leading off the top of the 7th for the Golden Eagles. Joe Fox still on the hill for the Knights. Thank you for joining us today. Umpire calls time, says, hey, I love Stevie Wonder, but let's turn him off. Fox delivers. First pitch. Madsen first pitch swinging. Out to center field. Wood, who has been pretty busy this afternoon, corrals it for the first out. And as they did last inning, Shasta started with a first out on the first batter. They've now done that 3 times in the game. And they've limited damage every time they've done that. Fox, the cutter on the inside corner to Jerry Thomas. Strike 1. Thomas, the second baseman, has been hit twice today. Grounded into a double play. Swings over the top of that one, quickly in an 0-2 hole. Fox with the curveball misses high. Come with the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two and two to Thomas in the dirt. 3-2. Thomas, a good at bat. Started out 0-2. Runs the count full. If you're Thomas, this is what you want to see. And he waves at one. Strikes out. Ball up out of the strike zone. And the Knights try and throw it around, and they can't do that. Got a pinch hitter for the designated hitter. This is Bowdy Griffin. Griffin batting .400 on the season. Takes the first pitch strike. Curveball misses outside. Fox. Pop up. The Bermuda Triangle. Mizuta makes a fabulous running grab for the third out. There was no way Andrew John was going to get to that. Mizuta at the last second came out of nowhere to grab it. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. That's the first time the Knights have set them down in order tonight. They come to the bottom of the 7th, needing 7 to keep this thing going. You're listening to Shasta College Baseball on Shasta County Sports. Aaron Williams here with TJ Holmes. Tracy Holmes. Twilight has set in. Second game of a doubleheader. The first one went forever. A 14-13 Shasta College win in 12 innings. This is as exciting as it gets. But that pushed our broadcast, which was scheduled to start about 3:30, pushed it back to about a 5:45 start. We've been pretty efficient here in this second game. But the Knights are down to their final 3 outs. Burfield's done for the day. Andrew Bermer into pitch. Brad Madison comes in at first base as well. Burmer's 0-1 in 3 appearances. He's got a 12.0 ERA. Burfield pitched magnificently over 6 innings. A pinch hitter for Mesa Wood, Mario Hernandez. Hernandez's 4th plate appearance. First pitch swinging. D'Amico, ground ball to him, scoops it, throws wide. Hernandez will take second on the air. E5. Compounds that by making the throwing error. Gary Molina pinch hitting for Kiana Mizuta. Molina batting .273. Knights down by 7. Runner on second, nobody out. Molina takes a ball. Squirts one down the right field line. Just foul. Hits the fence. Molina with 3 hits and 11 at bats. Counts even at 101. Knights looking to put a cricket number up. Keep this game going. Molina wears it. The Knights with their first 2 batters on. And we got another pinch hitter.
Number 17, Joe Fox.
Fox is hitting in the DH spot for Ray. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Wild pitch, gets to the backstop, moves the runners up 90 feet. Fox, who is on the mound, can help out his own cause here. Burfield, who went 6, looked pretty good. And Burmer having trouble finding the strike zone. Second offering is wide. It's 2-0 to Fox. Feather River with a comfortable 12-5 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Final frame. Last chance for the Knights. Ball high, 3-0. Sun is set in the west. Beautiful evening to be out at a baseball game or listening to one on ShastaCountySports.com. Thank you for joining us. Fox ready for the 3-0 pitch. Swings through it. Don't know the logic in that, but I guess when you're a pitcher and you get a 3-0 count and you get up to hit, you want to hit. So that's a Little League 3-0 take. I'm telling you, you need 7 runs. You need base runners. You don't need heroes. 3-1 to Fox. Swings, pops it up. Shallow left center. Madsen, the shortstop. And that was ball 4.
The batter, number 30, Griffin Williams.
Griffin Williams hitting for Andrew John. First pitch, lines it down the right field line. Brings in one RBI single for Williams. Twelve to 6. Jackson Neese hitting now. For Hayden Hill. Runners at first and third, one out. Neese one plate appearance. He has one hit, so he's batting 1,000. Takes his first pitch strike. Pitch behind his head. 1-1's the count. You know, the Knights were down 7-0 in the first game and came back to win it, so anything is possible. Pitch in the dirt. What a nice stop by Gray. Used his bare hand to stop that. You know that stings. Kept Williams at first base. 2-1, one out. To Neese. Neese, chopper. Slow chopper. Madsen short, has only one play, and he goes to first to get the out. And that's all you're looking to do at this point is collect outs. Run does come across, though.
Third baseman, number 25, CJ Wick.
Williams moves down to second, 2 outs. CJ Wick at the plate. He grounded out to the pitcher in his last at bat, his first at bat. Burmer delivers high. Knights trail by 5 with 2 outs, down to their last out. Pitch is low. 2-0. And if nothing, the Knights have made it interesting. The 2-0. Wick swings through it. Waved at a cutter. Two and one's the count. Griffin Williams on second. Wick, the line drive to left field. Williams stops at third. And the Knights are still alive.
Your catcher, number 16, Ethan Williams.
That brings up catcher Ethan Williams. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error and a hit by pitch. Struck out in his last at bat. Popped to short right field. Larinaga under it, and that's our ball game. Knights plate 2 in the bottom of the 7th, but come up short. Twelve to 7 is our final score. I'd like to thank you guys for viewing, tuning in. We will be out here next Thursday as Shasta College takes on College of the Redwoods. We will win the second game of that doubleheader as well. Hopefully it doesn't. The first game doesn't do what it did today, but in the event, we will be on when that happens. Again, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Shasta College Baseball and Shasta County Sports, sponsored by friends at Shasta Orthopaedics and Reading Rancheria. For TJ and Tracy Holmes, I'm Aaron Williams signing off. Have a good night.
Strikes. Well, we're so limited. It's almost like we got to pick our